Tail of the tape brought to you by that prize guy. Nemkov is 33, Renan Ferreira is 36. The height difference is 8 inches, and the reach difference is 9 inches in the favor of the Brazilian, who also weighed in 17 pounds heavier.
Gentlemen, center, please. Gentlemen, you're going to protect yourselves at all times, obey my instructions at all times. You keep fighting till I tell you to stop. Touch gloves, step back. Let's go.
Look at the size of those guys compared to Rich Mitchell, my goodness. And Rich is a decent-sized guy. These are just humongous.
Ferreira is in the dark trunks, Vadim Nemkov in the blue. Conan Silveira and company in the corner of Ferreira.
Okay.
The legendary Fedor Emelianenko in the corner of Nemkov.
Go.
As is Nemkov's older brother, Victor, also a professional fighter.
Yeah, having the legend Fedor in your corner must be such a superpower mentally. All the wisdom that he's got, all the information he can pass on, dealing with big guys as well.
Who breaks the seal here, Dan? That was one of my #1 questions in this heavyweight fight, because you're taking a huge risk stepping into range against either man.
Yeah, I agree. Oh, good touch with that left hook. Tries for the takedown, almost gets it. And he's got it. Look at that. Established the takedown straight away.
It was a good sprawl initially from Ferreira. Doesn't continue the effort, though, and ends up on his back.
See, this is where the size works to the advantage of Nemkov. He can move quicker. He's got shorter limbs. He can take shorter steps. And in these circumstances, when you're such a long individual getting cramped up against the fence, Nemkov can generate real power at this close range. Forearm across the throat. And you've got to think back to Fedor's ground and pound in those, those Pride days. Nogueira, just massive bombs from the top. You've got to think that is the game plan here. Ground the big guy, beat him up, soften him up. Even if they want the knockout on the feet, this is all money in the bank. Good elbows.
You just mentioned Nogueira. Renan Ferreira actually started his MMA journey training with the Nogueira brothers down in Brazil. Perhaps feels a little bit of rivalry with this Fedor camp.
Oh, we're seeing some blood already, Sean. That looks like fresh blood on the canvas just underneath Renan's head. It's only a little bit, but something to keep an eye on. And now he's past the half guard, which means that Renan's spine is aligned with the fence, making it difficult for him to move his hips at all.
Fedor on the right side there in the corner. And you can see Nemkov trying to kneel on that right bicep, isolate that bottom arm so he can open up the guard that much more.
Maybe the blood's from another fight, It looked like it had just landed, but he looks relatively unscathed right now. Maybe a little bit out of his nose, perhaps.
Halfway through round #1, it has been all Nemkov so far. Top pressure here, forcing Renan Ferreira to switch sides.
Now he's mounted, and this is where the arm triangle comes in. Look at this, he's going to try and force that arm across the center line. We do see blood now coming from the nose of Renan Ferreira. Setting up that arm triangle, he's going to try and force that right arm of Renan across his center line to pair it with his head, and then he can use that arm triangle to choke him. Tries once again. Renan's reading it though, right?
He's reading it correctly, but every time you get a little posture from Nemkov and he throws a punch or an elbow, it forces those arms to come back up to defend.
Potential armbar.
Perhaps going to sit back on an armbar here.
The risk here is losing the position, which has happened several times in Nemkov's career.
And he rolled over the top, did Ferreira.
Tries to step over, that's the big man. That's the advantage of the big man there. He just hipped in the weight that landed on Nemkov then.
He's going to have to fight for position first, and he doesn't, so Nemkov able to roll back to the top.
See, that's technique over size. That's a clear advantage of Nemkov, knowing how to move his body to make the most of the position. And he's going arm triangle again. Look, I've done my research. I expect an arm triangle. That means the ATT corner have been expecting one as well.
Here's another setup, and this one is getting tighter and tighter.
Oh, this is done.
It's over! Vadim Nemkov with a first-round submission to
heavyweight belt.
Wow. Clean game plan. Take down, beat him up, soften him up, and expose. And the reality is, Renan was working to defend those arm triangles. He knew what was coming, but he just couldn't hold him off. Really impressive for Nemkov.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Rich Mitchell has put an end to this fight 4 minutes into round number 1. Your winner by triangle choke and new PFL heavyweight champion in the red corner, Vadim Nemkov.
Congratulations, my friend. That was an incredible performance. It looked to me like it went perfectly to game plan. Was that what you expected?
Хороший бой, хорошо провел. Видно, что бой пошел по плану.
Да, я планировал с ним бороться, потому что он очень высокий, хороший ударник, и поэтому я разносторонний боец и решил с ним бороться.
He said, yeah, my plan was to wrestle with him because he's so tall and he's a good striker. And, you know, I'm multidimensional, so for me, it was better to wrestle.
Were you surprised when it hit the floor that he was able to defend the first couple of arm triangles? It almost seemed like he knew what you were trying to set up.
Тебя удивило, что когда вы в партере были, он защищал хорошо, особенно против болевых?
Он боец высокого уровня, он знает борьбу тоже, умеет защищаться, поэтому это неудивительно. Дерясь на таком уровне, выступая, мы всегда к этому готовы.
He's a very high-level fighter, you know, and obviously he knows the ground. So, no, I'm not surprised at anything at this level, but, you know, I knew that I had to stick to it.
So you have the greatest heavyweight of all time in your corner. How do you reach the level that Fedor reached? How do you continue to craft your career to maybe reach somewhere near what Fedor was able to do?
У тебя в углу Федор, самый великий тяжеловес. Как ты можешь дойти до его уровня или даже преодолеть его уровень?
Мне до уровня Федора еще далеко, но мы к этому стремимся. Но, не знаю, вряд ли у кого-то из бойцов, возможно, получится.
He said, you know, I have a long way to go. I'm trying, but I don't think any fighter can reach that level.
He looked very proud of you, that's for sure. Tell me what's next for you.
Что для тебя следующее после этого?
Я буду драться с любым, кого предложит организация. Я готов к любому вызову.
He said, I'll fight anybody, whoever the organization wants. He wants to say.
Все, да, интервью? Хотелось бы передать привет моей семье, моим доченькам Вере и Полине, которые переживают за меня. И поблагодарить мою жену, супругу Екатерину, которая тоже переживает за меня. Папа победил, папа, иди домой. И хотелось бы сказать спасибо всем болельщикам, кто болеет за меня. Россия, привет. Слава Богу за все.
Just wanted to thank his family, his kids, his wife for their support and all the fans who cheered for him.
It's been incredible to have you here, my friend. Congratulations. Ladies and gentlemen, the heavyweight champion of the world, Vadim Nemkov.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is Francis Ngannou. Subscribe now.